Welcome back, one and all, to 60 Minutes to Lose on the Sega Genesis. These double recording days are brutal. Let me tell you, you're not even going to notice it because I'll have them all scheduled out to just record on a daily basis, you know. But it's the show where we see how far we can get through a game in just 60 minutes. Today's game, World Championship Soccer, developed and published by Sega. Guess we'll do the World Cup. Oh, start. Sorry, yes. Select your team. Wow, look at all these teams. Africa is confirmed not a team. However, you got these two up here. Is that Morocco and Libya? Can't quite remember. Maybe Algeria? I'm not certain. But there are certainly a lot of teams. We got Russia, China, South Korea, Japan, of course. Not Australia. Get wrecked, Australia. No India, no Middle Eastern countries at all. Variety of this, but you know, gotta go with the good old USA. That's who I am. Oh, I don't know. Look at those terrible stats. 3-1-1-1-1. As opposed to Brazil, who is 5 overall. The UK is a 4 overall. You know, maybe I won't go with the good old USA. I'm gonna need every advantage I can get in the book here. This is odd music. Poland, not bad. West Germany, got a 5. No East Germany, unfortunately. That's right. This was before the Berlin Wall fell. Still, look, I know that Brazil's kind of goated. Japan's is a 1. F. China's a 1. Russia's a 5. Sorry, the USSR. May as well go with Brazil because they're kind of goated when it comes to soccer. Or football, whatever you want to call it. Member select. Oh, who do I want? I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll go with Carlos. Oh, now we get to select which defenders we have. I assume that's speed, kicking, something and something. I don't know. Let's put, we want a nice fast defender there, so we'll put Ussr there. Batista, he's very, very fast, but he can't kick well. Welcome to the team. And then Edson. Oh, and then a 4th defender in the back. I didn't know you had 4. I don't know a lot, despite the fact that soccer is one of the only sports that I've played on a competitive level. I was never any good at it. Midfielders, dude, Falco, you look amazing. We're gonna put Socrates on the team just because we need a good philosopher. Junior looks to have decent stats. Liberino looks pretty pogged up as well, and our 2 forwards. Dude, it's Pele! It's actually Pele! Well, obviously, he's like the big star. Pele and Careca. Like, that's the name even I know. Okay, here's the Elimination League. Who else is gonna be in Group B? Argentina, France, and the Republic of Korea. Understandable. Alright. Brazil versus Korea. Korea's got a terrible team, so this should be easy. However, I'm probably gonna be terrible at the game. Ah, nice. I am bringing it back to my own goal. However, goal kick, it was not successful. Oh, nice. Cute little, how do we say, cutscene there. Goalie's got it. I don't know how I feel about this direct top-down appearance here. Feels kind of cheap. That could have rolled right in if it was just angled a little bit better there. So far, we've got much more offense in than they do, which is good. However, that can change at any time, you know. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Get it out of here! Get it out of here! Bring it up. Yeah! Kick it up to him. No, no good, no good. They're all going faster than me. Dude. Soccer's such a frustrating sport. That wasn't any good. That was just really not any good. The midfielder trying to bring it all the way up for his own little score there. Like, what does he think he is, a forward? I should have done a high pass there, admittedly. Which you can do. I just keep... Yeah, just like that! Just like that! Just like that! I'm just not paying any attention to who's where, you know? Yeah! That's a goal! That's a goal! Beautiful. Okay, Brazil is up 1-0. Beating Korea predictably, because Korea's team is bad, and Brazil's is goated. I'm just surprised they have, like, actual soccer player names here. Like, are these all, like, real Brazilian players? Including Socrates? Oh shit. He got that from us. Never mind. Brazil's a bad team. They were never any good. Oh no! Korea scored on us. I'm a chump. I'm a real chump. I tried to pass that. But like with all soccer games, you pass in a direction and then it just kind of goes wherever it wants to. Now, keep in mind, I know fully well that I'm just kind of bad at them and I don't understand them on a basic level. What is this music? Okay, well, we passed directly to their defense, which is a choice. Trying to find out how to switch players here. There we go. Get out. Throw in. Yeah, sorry. That's for them for sure. Well, we take it anyway! I say it's not for them, it's for me! And that's a goal kick for them. I'm not doing so hot. I mean, it's a tied game, so it's not the worst thing ever, you know? Oh, I guess that counted as a goal kick. Not a particularly good one. I have to pay attention to that map to the side, you know, kind of see where I am here, because I'm getting lost in the sauce a little bit. Predictably. Oh, come on. We're trying to go for big kicks, big goal kicks here. The music is so goofy. I wasn't aware this was a circus game. At least I'm doing better than I was in Tommy Lasorda baseball, you know? However, I did allow the worst team in the world, next to America, to score on me. Oh, maybe A is... Oh, you know what? I've probably been mixing up the pass button and the shot and the kick on goal button. That is indeed what I've been doing, which, you know, turns out that won't help you when you're trying to move the ball downfield. So, you know what? When I was complaining about them not passing it correctly, it's because I was pressing the wrong button. Not the first time that's happened. Alright, halftime, it's 1-1. Which is, you know, a pretty normal soccer score. Big, long kick. Yeah. Pass directly to their team. There you go. Oh no, someone get that. Someone who isn't them, I should clarify. This top-down perspective is ugly, I will say. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on. Come. Actually kick the ball, please. Like, actually kick the ball. Did I have them mixed up? Or no? I don't know, man. I'm just kind of pressing buttons and hoping something happens at this point now. Jesus. See, this is what I mean when I say soccer's a frustrating sport, you know? It just kind of goes back and forth maniacally. Unless you're good at it, then I'm sure that, you know, there's some nuance to it. Get it! Okay, it's a kick on goal at least. It's been a while since we've seen one of those. Get it. Get it from defense. Get it from their defense. Get it! Come on, what are you doing? Oh, you're one of our forwards, I think. I don't know which direction I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is kick the ball. And wish that the game was a little less ugly. You mean to tell me that we've got Pele on this team and he can't even do anything? Okay, throw in. Throw it directly to them, apparently. Dude, don't let that happen now. We don't want to lose to Korea. We're the pride of Brazil. We can't be fools now. Oh, that was close, admittedly. Most impressive thing that the Brazilian football team has done so far. Yes, I'm gonna call it football because I'm playing as Brazil. Tried to get cute with it. But we keep, you know, just doing direct angles straight for the net, which isn't really going to get you in there most of the time. Shockingly enough. We keep whiffing it. We keep whiffing it. This will probably have to go into overtime with a good old shootout. And you know, as long as we win, that's what matters the most. They saved it. They saved it for me. What bros? No! And so you see the stats on this. Who gets more total offense in and how much I failed to do anything despite that total offense. That did count as a goal kick. A failed goal kick. You know, at this point I'm just like, destroy my stats, baby. Not like we had any stats worth saving to begin with. You know, there's something about soccer on a 2D plane. Maybe it doesn't work as best as it could. Motherfucker! It's the same problem I always have with team sports games, where you can't make a decision as to who you're controlling. Well, you can make a decision, but I personally am really bad at it. The game's like, hey, here's multiple player markers, and it's switching over manically. And I'm like, dude, I have no idea what you want from me. Alright, well, we lost. We lost in the Elimination League to Korea. We're gonna have to pick it up. Okay, Group B, Argentina beat France, Korea beat Brazil. Oh, sorry. I have to hit start or something. There we go. Second day, okay. We have to redeem ourselves against France, who, as far as I know, are a much more difficult team to beat. We, failed the easy win against Korea. That was fancy looking, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't actually result in anything good, you know? Dude, that's a foul. Alright, this is what happens when we play against a real team. We get utterly demolished immediately. I should have checked for any like option screens, see if there's a difficulty setting. I need to play sports games on easy. Football games I can play and not totally easy, but Dude! It was in there! It was right there! I'm so bad. You didn't move fast enough. There's a dive button, though. I read it in the manual. We're 11 minutes into the game. Well, you know, 11 hyper minutes in, and we're already down to Brazil. You're failing me. You're supposed to just be an easy win. You have the best stats. Man, imagine if I picked the US. I'd be an embarrassment. Got it. He made a save. Our mediocre goalie has made a single save. And then you just boink it up. Ah, and then they collect it again. Son of a bitch. Dude, sports games, man. I've gone on record saying they can be very, very fun. But when they're not, you're like, just envy. It's not like this is the only soccer game that we'll get to experience on the Genesis, though. Believe you me. About 100 FIFA games, a few other, you know, attempts. Just getting intercepted at every turn, man. I don't like the straight top down. It's just, I don't know, it feels unintuitive, it feels ugly, but at the same time, what else are you gonna do? This predates 2D. I mean, this predates 2D graphics! Predates 3D graphics. It's how rapidly you switch characters, too. Characters. I gotta start using that slide. I'm willing to bet that will allow you to do some neat things if you utilize that properly. Either that or there's no chance. It's going too fast for you, boy, you know? And it's not like I can just pick a better team. I mean, you know, Brazil's pretty much one of the best teams in the world, historically speaking. I don't know, I just kind of feel like I'm manically pressing buttons and hoping that something happens. Which is probably more of a me problem than anything, I admit that much. Like, might say, hey, take some time to understand the nuances of the game before you start criticizing it, and I'll be like, hey, no. I kind of expected this, though. From all my past soccer experiences. I was all like, oh, well, hey, at least I'm better at this than Tommy Lasorda baseball, but the question will be, am I? Am I actually? Or is that copium? I need some, you know, I need some goalie autonomy. That's what I require to get anything done here. I need the goalie to be a little bit self-sufficient instead of like me trying to control somebody and then it switches to the goalie and I'm already I'm still, you know, controlling the player that I thought I was controlling, and therefore the goalie gets way out of position. And yeah, it's a tale as old as time with old sports games. It happens to the best of them. Ooh, that's technically a goal kick. It's not anywhere close to being a successful one, but good job, Brazil. You got a goal kick in. As they're throwing, of course. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? a good question, man. It's a good question. Yo! Slide into him. Let's do a little slide action. Do a little slide. Kick it out. No, no, no. Okay, so the slide does in fact aid in the stealing of a ball. Or at least in the getting it out of their hands. I just don't know how to capitalize on it afterwards, you know? Big surprise there. Big surprise. 5-0. Maybe I'm not better at this than I was with Tommy Lasorda. You know, like, there's a point where I have to kind of decide, am I even saying real sentences that carry weight? Like, I can't react! I don't know what to do. Like, that's a good start, and then that's not a good continuation. Oh no! Did you see that? Almost made it in! I'm so upset. I just wanted 1 point. That's all I wanted. That came so close to being a point. Sorry, they don't call them points, they call them goals. I gotta become part of the culture. Give me my Vuvuzela. It's the World Cup, baby. I know that was a one-time thing. Well, the pandemic of Vuvuzelas was. They've existed since then, but not at nearly the insane level, I don't think. Dude, come on! Just let me switch characters when I need to. We're just kind of hucking it and hoping that somebody gets it, which somebody did right there. Great. 1 goal! Yeah! We didn't get totally skunked. That's all I was looking for, man. Alright. I mean, obviously, you know, it would be nice to win, but, hey, not getting skunked, that's a good start. It's time, right? No, I accidentally hit start. Understandable. God, this game does require a lot of very quick reflexive thinking. They want that 5-point margin, clearly. Oh my goodness. Hooray. Get wrecked? Get wrecked! Nope. No wrecking happening here except for me. There's so many of them. How can we do anything when we're constantly swarmed by like 80 defensive players? Nice save. And by nice save, I mean like the bare minimum save that I would expect from you, which you have not always hit. I'm up. Well, you know, 6-1. I'm not going to pretend that that's pretty. Now we go up against Argentina. Well, the people of Brazil are not going to be happy at all about this. There's going to be riots in the street, probably. And quite frankly, the Brazilian football team deserves it for this abysmal performance that they're putting in. Just see if we can get some offense in here on Argentina at least. God, good God, good God. No, 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 no! No! Thank you. That was close! That was close! No! It doesn't help that I can only kick it, like, straight forward or at, like, an extreme diagonal, you know? Ah. Come on, give me that ball. It's my ball, not yours. It's mine. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Never controlling the right unit. No! God damn. See? I thought I was controlling one person, then it was like, oh, sorry, now you're controlling the goalie, and now he's gonna run out of the net because you're pressing the D-pad because you thought you were controlling someone else. It's a manic experience. And I'm not gonna try to say that it's a great one. I know, a lot of it is me being terrible. Don't get me wrong, but there are sports games that are, you know, easier to play, where a rank beginner like myself can still accomplish something at a fairly reasonable level. This doesn't feel like one of those. Good God. I feel like I'm building up a sweat just playing a soccer video game. Good. You know, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Just the most embarrassing possible goals. I don't know what you want from me, game. Well, I assume that you want me to, you know, perform. Come on. I don't even know how to, like, switch players. I know, I read the manual and everything, but I don't know. This is, this kind of episode is what we call a mulligan episode, where we just kind of accept that it's a wash and say, alright, let me try again tomorrow. Man. And we do have a third sports game in a row after this as well. You know, I'll tell you what that is at the end of the episode, like I always do. But hopefully it'll be a kind of game that I can be a little more, I'm not going to say, like, good at, but okay at a basic level. Can we yeah, I'm not vibing with this one. The music is, you know, something. Their goalie's always on top, you know. Our goalie's always like, what? Where am I? I can never switch when I want to. Nice, pass directly to the enemy. I thought I had another member over there, but, you know, I've been wrong before. Clearly having Pele on your team does not translate to success. Give it to me, man! I feel taunted by the music at this point now. It's like, hey man, isn't it fun? Aren't you having fun? And I'm like, don't ever speak to me. That was so close. But I don't know if you can kick at angles other than big chunky 45 degree angles. Oh shit! This is my goal. That's right. Oh, he got saved there. Not like there's anything to really look forward to at this point here. We're down by 3. We have not scored a single goal. We've scored 2 total goals in the half hour that I've played this game now, so, you know, that's the kind of thing that you can expect from me here. I just don't know what I'm doing. Like, I know the controls at a basic level, but what do you do with that knowledge, right? Somebody get it! I don't know, man. I haven't really played like a modern FIFA game in a long time either, so I don't know if like soccer's just not for me, which is probably the case, or if it's just this. I don't remember the NES soccer games being this difficult to play, and some of those were a real wreck. Oh, there's a goal! There's a goal! Okay, 1 point. That's our third goal in half an hour. We're averaging a goal every 10 minutes. It's nothing to be excited about, but, you know, it's something. Oh, I wanted that to roll right past him and go in. Of course, everybody wants that, but you can't really get that ever. You don't have a moving buddy? Get one. Don't know why that came to mind. I think just because I said I could get one in such an aggressive way, you know? I'm just like, smash buttons! Smash buttons! Ah! We couldn't kick it out of his hand into the goal net. Turns out that's not viable. Probably not even legal. Never stopped me before! Get back in your goal so I can get some friggin' kicks off, bastard. It's alright, I got it. I understand why none of you would have faith in me, because I'm a terrible goalkeeper, but, you know. Every now and then I can pretend to be worth something. There's so many defensive players here! No good. No good. This isn't as bad of a slaughter, at least. I was gonna say, can you give me control over him? And then the game said no. Understand why you might want that, but I can't do that for you, on account of that would be convenient for you, the player. And you gotta stack the odds against you. Sorry, player. At least I know now to use the slide. Ever since I've been using the slide, I've felt slightly more in control. Slightly. Yo! No! I've doinked it twice! 3 times I've doinked it! Oh, this is awful! No! Give it to me. Yeah. Then the goalie just runs right up and snatches it. He's like, I don't think so, man. I'm like, I do think so. So consider my feelings every now and then. They passed it so quickly, man. Time's up. Well, 3-1. Again, better than how we did. Alright, final tournament. We are most certainly not participating. Hard luck! Your team cannot go to the final tournament. You don't say. And there is no difficulty either. It's just like, hey, you play the game. Alright, well. Brazil failed me. Not that I failed Brazil, it's that Brazil failed me. Mexico, you know, they're okay. How good is France? Yeah, they're a 5 team. Brazil, really, like, they're 5-5-5-4. I don't know if anybody is at that level. Morocco, I was right, that was Morocco. And that's Algeria. My mistake. Scotland. Really? They don't have Portugal? They have Spain, but they don't have Portugal. That seems interesting to me. Like, if we can't get it done as Brazil, who can we get it done as? 4s across the board with Hungary. 5-4-4-5. They have a much better keeper. Oh no, let's try Russia. We need all our speedy boys, I think. It's like focus on being the fastest you've ever seen. Okay, who's in our group? We got China, who should be easy pickings. Hungary is pretty difficult. Uruguay, I'm not sure. But China's supposed to be a very easy team. So far, good offensive control. Good offensive control. I want to win a game, you know? If I could win even one single game in the full 60 minutes, I would say, okay, good. What was that? Do you just want to pass to the enemy team? And yes, enemy, you heard me right. Yo! It went clear over the goal. That felt so great. I was like, it just rockets right in there. Again, rockets over it. Can you, like, kick it low? Am I, like, pressing a button wrong to arch it so high? I'm not sure, but we must beat China. It's our only option. Which means keep it away from our goal entirely. We cannot be trusted to goaltend. Hey, at least the sport allows for goaltending. Basketball! It's just... it's such an affair, you know? Can we not do that? Can we not have the goaltender pick up the ball? Again, I'm just trying to do some stuff here, you know? I'm trying to make moves, trying to get some goals, trying to win some games. Win a game is all I really want, actually. You know, like, that shouldn't be that tall of an order. And yet, it's me. Yeah, quit passing it so quickly. Yes! There's a goal, completely by luck. But you know, if I keep smashing buttons enough on their end of the field, eventually I'll get one. Now we just need to not let them make a comeback like Korea did. Which, so far, keep it away from my side of the field, please. That's the only way that that'll happen. The only way I'll be able to win a game, rather. Yeah, get it out of here. Get it out of here. I don't want it anywhere near here. That's a throw-in for them. For them? Really? That's alright. They were gracious enough to give it directly to me. Yo! He was right there. He's always right there. Besmirching my name. Not like I have much of a name to besmirch at this point. I've not proven to have done anything worthwhile in the entire football soccer sphere. Clear over the goal again. We're really good at that, if nothing else. Dude, did you see that? Their goaltender just punched me right in the mouth. That's a penalty kick. Yeah, how do we arch that kick? Like, how do we get that all high up like that? It's hard to tell when you're straight, you know, when you're looking directly down into the field with a Some kind of isometric perspective would make all of that easier to understand and notice. Come on, man. Come on, man! I got other stuff to do today, you know. I gotta finish Deathloop today. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to finish it. Ooh, halftime. That would have doinked anyway. Or just whiffed. Okay, now we go the other side of the field. Oh! So close, man. Yes! Second goal. Okay, we have a 2-point lead. We've never done that in this game. Never before. I've found the answer for myself that a strong offense is the only viable defense, because I cannot be trusted to play an actual defense. Of course, China is also a terrible team, so, you know, easier done than said when it comes to them. You know, there are very few things that are easier done than said. I'm having a hard time thinking of them. I guess if you're non-verbal, everything. Shoulda whiffed right past him. Shoulda whiffed right past him. Yo, did you see that incredible bicycle kick he just did? It didn't result in, you know, points or anything, but boy, he tried his best. He tried his best to look as cool as possible. Dude, that goalie came in hot. He didn't ever want to see us again. Get it? Get it? Get it? Again, an incredible bicycle kick. It's flashy, you know, don't get me wrong, it's just, it's not accomplishing anything for us so far. We don't need to accomplish anything else, though. As long as we can hold them to this, even if they get one goal, it's not going to be the end of the world. I mean, it'll be the end of the world for my pride. Get it away from my side of the field, you bitches. Generous to call that a goal kick. But if you say so. He's too good. He's too good. Didn't mean that. I apologize. It's our ball anyway. It's always our ball. Can we stop kicking it behind us? Oh no! He like teleported onto it. Insane! The speed that this goalie has. We could have gotten another point on there. Clear over once again. It's okay. We still have the lead. It's okay. Copium. We do that a lot. Thank you, Mr. Defense. Keep it away from that entire side of the field, my dude. What did I say? Keep it away from this side of the field. No. No. Thank you. Thank you. Keep it away. Keep it away. It's a game of keep away at this point. That's all it is. The greatest game in the school bully Olympics. Easy for me to say. I never had to really deal with school bullies. 'Cause I'm just that cool. No, there was one kid who made fun of my stutter, and I hated him. And then he died. Actually, true story. I mean, he didn't die as a result of making fun of my stutter. You know, Goal kick with a minute left on the clock. We just let time run out, and we accept that we won a game. We won a single game in World Championship Soccer. Would you look at that? The USSR doing it. Italy's got 2 points. Yugoslavia's got 2 points. No, they don't. They have 1 point. What does this mean? Hold on. No, I don't know. Anyway, USSR versus Uruguay. Now we're gonna get our shit stomped in, probably. In all likelihood. Switch to the player I want to use! Just... back to this music. The greatest music of all time. Don't let them get any kind of control over it. Just... deny them of that. Come on, that's bad. It's bad! It's not so bad. I have no commentary, you know, I don't know enough about the sport to tell you anything insightful. All I know is I do be mashing. Well, that's a bad start. That's a terrible, terrible, terrible start, and that's the start of my confidence draining. That's the start of the entire game going out of control, and the sound of me losing. I know myself well enough to know what that means. We made the grave mistake of letting them get to our side of the field once. And now it's in the refrigerator. I know, that's a little bit of a doomer sentiment for being... What the heck? That was so close! I could have squeezed that sucker right in! Can you switch me to a player that I can do something with, please? I just kicked it directly to our goalie. No big deal. Can you stop tending your goal? Like, give the CPU the same disadvantage that I have to where their goalie starts running in the direction of the defensive player. Just keep the pressure on, eventually something will have to give. That's what I've learned about this game, you know, just... it's all about pressure. The law of statistical averages insists that something eventually has to go wrong for them if we keep on kicking it towards their goal. Don't worry about, you know, using any finesse or any actual strategy. Just brute force it in. However, this is a bit of a problem. You wanna tell me what that was, team? You wanna tell me what that was? Like, I'm pushing the D-pad up to imply, yes, pass it up. And they're like, how about I don't? But say I did. Goal kick, who cares? Send it. Alright, well, we got slid into. Great, great, I love it. Shots on goal, nothing. Give me something to go with! I need something for my tea and crumpets. Fun fact, a crumpet is, I believe, an English muffin. We just decided to name them something different because that's what America does. That's what just English-speaking countries in general do. Like, Japan's all like, hey, yo, this is our country, it's called Nippon. Everyone's like, hey, how about Japan instead? They're like, oh, I mean, I guess. That's cool too, I guess. Give me the ball! Quit jumping on it! I'm having an aneurysm with this game right now. No, don't get me wrong, I'd rather play it than Super Thunderblade. But, you know, I'd rather play a lot of things than Super Thunderblade. Oh, the doink! I hate it. No! And all of a sudden, my dude's like, let me just run off at a different angle. Which, again, I'm sure it's my fault. Okay, no. Nah, get away from... I'm losing my mind with this game, man. Losing my mind. I feel like I'm getting, like, marginally better. But the margins are so slim. Yeah. Showed him. Why does it... I mean, I know why, because I hit B, which is an arc, which I actually intended to pass instead of shoot on goal, and decided to shoot on goal instead, and, you know, I don't know. I plead the fifth. I got nothing intelligent to say to any of you right now. I was gonna say, yeah, let me use a different player. The game's real bad about setting you to a player that's relevant. We're gonna go this whole game without scoring any goals, huh? Wouldn't be surprised. Like, it's on brand for me. I say that, but I haven't gone goalless in a game yet. Change player. It's just, I don't know, it feels like an oddly archaic game. Like, I get it. The Genesis is kind of archaic at this point, but, you know, like, even compared to, like, NES games, like, somehow even, despite being very slow, just regular black box soccer almost in a way felt a little more playable. Maybe because it was slower and I had more time to react to what was going on around me, you know? Every time I think I have it and I try to pass, I no longer have it. Oh, Jesus. I'm having a hell of a time with this game, and by hell of a time, I mean I feel like I'm in hell. At least, you know, hey, it means that when we come across, like, a decent soccer game, and maybe this actually is considered a decent soccer game, I don't know. At least it means, you know, once I find one that I enjoy more, I'll be like, hey, look at that. I have something to compare it to. This is the baseline for what all soccer games will appear to me on the Genesis now, because it's the first one. So if you do better than this one, congratulations. You've cleared a low bar. I don't know. Again, maybe it's a decent game? I don't know. Like, I am not qualified to tell you if this is a good soccer game or not, because I know soccer video games. I'll know plenty about them once this whole 60 Minutes to Lose business is done in the year 2075, but I'll be 80 years old and we'll be like, well, I've finally done it! I've played every video game! They all suck! Aw, I love video games, I really do. Thank you! A goal! We have not gone goalless in any game. So, if nothing else, we have that to pat ourselves on the back for. And we won a game! It was against China, which is, you know, not a prestigious team in this game, but It was something. Too many defenders. Defenders. I'm a defensor! Well, you know, I say it every time, but I do mean it. I don't regret playing it. It's knowledge. We tied the game! We tied the game! This is the greatest game I've ever played. Oh. Is there no overtime? It's just a draw? It just counts as a draw. In football, soccer is supposed to be like so great because it can't draw. Did they just not have time to implement shootouts? Thanks, Sega. Oh yeah, this was developed and published by Sega, in case I didn't say that earlier. Well, we are tied for the best team in the group. Okay, we don't have time to end it off, unfortunately, here, but, you know what? I'll take it. A draw is a win in my book. Because my book is, scuffed and bad. Oh, the doink. Now I'm going into this game with Hungary all powered up, you know. Russia's all like, yeah, we drew Uruguay. South Americans love their football and we beat them. Well, we didn't. Nobody won. That was hype, though. Wow, I can't believe I did that with a minute left on the clock. Yo! Go kick! Why'd your arc get so high? Am I, like... Is double tapping bad? Am I not supposed to do that? Am I supposed to just, like, hold A if I want a nice low kick? A nice low kick on goal? Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong this whole time. So I kind of robbed myself there, admittedly. Like, that could have been something big. And I know that Hungary's a good team. They got fours across the board. Come on. Janking it from me. Quit doing the one thing you have to do to win, i.e. stealing the ball. Now I'm getting all excited, you know, from drawing that game. I think 60 minutes was, like, just about what I needed to feel kind of what to do in this game. And I still don't love it, mind you, but I'm not quite as defeated as I was in our Brazil run. That I felt like I was truly just, skunked. I mean, come on, we lost to Korea as Brazil. A pathetic showing. But now I feel like I can, you know, almost compete. Almost. I still don't like the character switching. It's not super well implemented. Keep it away from my side, is all I'm asking. Well, I'm also asking to, you know, get some goals and win, but I don't even have time. I don't know why I'm trying. The video has to end. And it's a real shame, because I'm finally feeling like I'm perhaps ascending and understanding the game. Okay, that's time. I could just kept playing that whole game out. Okay. Well, that's actually a good sign. The fact that I got that second win towards the end of the video, it's a decent sign that maybe there's something to like about World Championship Soccer. Maybe I judged it too harshly initially here. And again, you know, there's so much subjectivity to it. Like, however well or poorly you as the individual do at the game is gonna affect how you feel about it in the end here. I don't know though. That's you know. World Championship Soccer. If nothing else, it's the baseline for introducing the rest of 1989's lineup here. Now, I did say that the next game in the Genesis lineup was another sports game, and it is Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf. I traditionally enjoy golf games reasonably well. They can certainly be frustrating as well, but you know, they're slower paced. They've just got a more laid back nature to them there. So, well, we'll see how that goes there, and then we'll get some more interesting stuff coming up after that. I promise you that. We've got a pretty decent lineup of non-sports games before we have to look at a sports game again on the Genesis. So thanks for at least sticking with me there. Thank you so much for watching as always. We'll catch you next time.